Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube channel for Seasons of Pregnancy. So, guys, welcome back. It's been a little while. So, in today's video, we are going to talk about things to avoid in your first trimester of pregnancy. Ready? Let's go ahead and get started, new mommies. So, first thing you guys want to avoid, and this list is in no particular order, these are all important things to make sure that you avoid in your first trimester of pregnancy. So the first thing is you want to avoid stress and anxiety. Now, I know being pregnant, it's a time of excitement. You might be worried about your baby, you might be worried about yourself and everything, and it can be hard to try to keep the stress down, but that's something you want to do. You want to avoid stress, okay? You also want to avoid anxiety. Why? Because if you have too much stress or too much anxiety, what that's going to do is that it's going to cut off the oxygen supply to your baby. And we don't want that. We want you to have a healthy and happy baby. And we want you to be happy and healthy as well. So the second thing you want to avoid is you want to avoid undercooked or raw food. So ladies, what does this mean? This means that sounds like no sushi, at least in the first trimester, okay? Because we don't want you to be exposed to any sort of bacteria or anything that can be in food like salmonella or anything like that. And we don't want that to pose a risk to your baby, okay? We do not want that, okay? Another thing is, this is going to be a surprise, but ladies, another thing you want to avoid is you want to avoid cleaning out the cat litter box. Why? Because in that box, there's going to be bacteria from your cat's feces and stuff like that. You don't want to run the risk of coming in contact with any sort of bacteria, even if it's coming from your cat, okay? So that's another surprising thing that you want to avoid as well, okay? Let's see. What else should you avoid? You want to avoid lifting up any sort of heavy objects, okay? We don't want you straining yourself or anything like that. Just stay away from it. It's not good for you, not good for your baby, not good for injuring either of you, so let's stay away from that, okay? Another thing is you want to stay away from having too much junk food or processed food. You want to make sure you get nice, nutritious vegetables and proteins and things like that. Want to make sure you have those in your diet so you can support the health of you and your baby as well. Now, another surprising thing you want to avoid, ladies, what you want to do is you want to avoid caffeine. Now, in your first trimester, you may be a little tired, maybe a little groggy, but it's important to pay attention to that, okay? But having too much caffeine is not good for you or the health of your baby. So you want to avoid that. So when it comes to having coffee, I know you ladies like your lattes and your mochas and everything, but it is very important to cut that down to 1 cup of coffee, okay? Another thing is if you need to take any type of medicines, you want to run it by your doctor first. So you want to make sure your doctor is on board with the medicines you're taking to make sure that it is in support of you as well as the health of your baby as well, okay? So these are some of the things that you definitely want to avoid in your first trimester of pregnancy. There are other things as well, but I just wanted to keep this list short this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye.